If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome to lecture 2 of this intermediate level of quadratic equations. Here we will be solving questions previous year JEE Main questions. So today I have taken 3 questions, question number 1 to 6 from 2003 to 2007. So okay, let's try to solve these questions. So in question number 1, what is asked, if one root of this is twice the other root, then alpha is equal to this. One root is twice the other root, that means if one is alpha, then another one is 2 alpha, that's it. So this, what is the sum of roots? 3 alpha is equal to, then sum of roots will be minus b by a minus, and this is a square minus 5a plus 3, and the product of roots, that is 2 alpha square, is equal to c by a. What is c here? 2, we have already seen, and by a is a square minus 5a plus 3. So what I have done here, alpha plus beta, this formula minus b by a, and it is alpha beta, product of these two if you take product these two. So from here you can take alpha and you can put it there, and then you will find the answer. I think there is no issue at all. So if I put it there, then what will be the answer? So here alpha square is equal to 1 by a square minus 5a plus 3, and from here if you calculate alpha is equal to 1 minus 3a divided by 3 into a square minus 5a plus 3. So I am not doing it, I think you can do it easily. So if you put now alpha, you can put instead of here, if you put this value alpha, 1 minus 1 by 3 whole square by 9 into a square minus 5a plus 3 is equal to 1 by a square minus 5a by 3 whole square, a square minus 5a plus 3. So if you do it, I think you can solve it. You can take these sides. If you solve it, ultimately you will get a is equal to 2 by 3. I am not doing it because it will take long time. So if you take cross product both sides, you solve a equal to quadratic equation, you will find a equal to 2 by 3. This is very easy. So this is your answer. The idea is simple. If a minus p is the root of this, then its root is, then what will be its root? If a minus p is the root, so they are saying that a minus p is 1 minus p is the root of this. So that means if I put 1 minus p here, that should satisfy, because this is a root. The meaning of this is a root. If I put there, it should satisfy. This was the theorem. So 1 minus p whole square, p into 1 minus p plus 1 minus p is equal to 0. So 1 plus p square minus 2p plus p minus 2p plus p minus p square plus 1 minus p is equal to 0. So p square get cancelled, p get cancelled, so p is equal to 1. So once p is equal to 1, then they are asking what is the roots. So what will be your equation now? X square plus x equal to 0. That means x plus 1 is equal to 0. That means x equal to 0 and minus 1. That is your option. So in question number 3, what they have asked, if both the roots of the equations are less than 5. Now you see the location of the roots. While theory discussing, I have already discussed this one. So this is the idea. Now you can do. What is your a? A is here 1. If you see a, this is a, the coefficient of x square. This is positive. That means it will be always a smiling parabola, and the rotation and the roots are less than 5. Okay. Before going to this, let me just simplify this one, because this looks quite a good easy one, because this is already a quad. You can see this is a minus b whole square. So 2kx plus k square. Instead of doing that a, I think we can do it in letter simple way. Instead of drawing that one, is equal to 5 minus k. Okay. That means x minus k is equal to under root plus minus 5 minus k. Now we can do it. It is easy because you have directly calculated here. So x equal to k plus minus 5k. So you can do it here. No need to draw that one. If complicated things come, then because here it is easy, because now this should be less than 5. They are saying this should be less than 5. That means plus minus 5 by k should be less than 5 minus k. Now once you have seen this one, this negative will be always less than this. Once you have seen this one under root, so one thing that should come into your mind, because they are saying both the roots of this equation, so 5 minus k, okay, the negative thing will be always, because negative will be always less than that, so you will forget that one. So if I take positive, this one is less than 5 minus k. So why does it happens? It happens because now you are thinking about only positive, not negative, because negative things will be always true. Negative minus of something will be always less than this one, root of that one. This is the number and this is the root. So minus, so this is 4, it is root 4. So if you take minus 2 always less than 2, and this will be root x will be less than x. When you take root becomes more. Can you say a number, if you take root of that number, it becomes more than that number? It will be if your x is fraction. If your x is fraction, if you take root of 0.25, square root of 0.25, what will be the answer? Square root of 0.25 is 0.5. So you say it is greater than your 0.25. So if you take square root of a fraction, then it becomes increase. But here it is saying that it should decrease. That means this number 5 minus k should be greater than 1. Okay, so what I was telling, you can also try it in this way. Suppose it is, what was the condition? Root 5 minus k is less than 5 minus k. So you can also think it, because I am thinking only for positive values, negative I already I have neglected. So if I am taking only positive values, then you can divide both sides by positive number. So if you divide it both sides by positive number, then it will be, if you are dividing both sides by root 5 minus k, then it will be 1 less than 5k divided by root 5 minus k. You can see here, I have already done here. You can divide it both sides by root 5 minus k. So if it is both sides root minus 5 minus k, then 5 minus k divided by root 5 minus k is root 5 minus k. Then I have changed the side and then 5 minus k. Then what is there? Minus k, 1 minus 5. So it is minus k is greater than minus 4. Now if you remove this minus, the inequality sign always change. You remember this one. If you multiply both sides by minus, or if you take minus from both sides, that's the time when the inequality changes. So k less than 4. You can think it in this way. Suppose 2 is less than 3. Now if you put minus both sides, the minus 2 will it be less than minus 3? No, minus 2 is greater than minus 3. Number line, that is reverse in negative. So minus 2 is greater than. You can see with the inclusion of this minus sign, this is changing. So this you have to remember. That means your option is D, that is from minus infinity to 4. From where k can lie below 4, that is minus infinity to 4. This was question number 3. So that is your option D. So in question number 4, where they have asked, actually I have already solved there, that there is a technical issue, that's why I have to do it one more time. So question number 4, what they have asked, the value of alpha for which the sum of the squares of the roots assumes a least value. The sum of the square means they are asking alpha square plus beta square, that should be minimum. So if I take both the roots, what is alpha beta? Minus b by a. So b is here minus a plus 2, so minus b by a. C is here this one, this entire thing is here c, minus a minus 1. So if you take alpha plus a square plus b square, a plus b whole square minus 2ab, a plus b whole square minus 2 into ab, then what is it is? If you solve it, finally you will get it, a square minus 2a plus 6. Though they are asking minimum of this one. So how to find minimum value? I have already told you to convert it into a perfect square. How I will convert it? A square minus 2a. So a square minus 2ab, b is here 1, that's why plus 1. So it becomes a minus 1 whole square. So to convert it into a perfect square. Now because this is a square, it will be always positive. So you are adding something plus 5. So number will be always positive. So what can be the minimum value? Minimum value would be when it is minimum. What is the minimum value it can take? It can take 0 is the minimum value, because it cannot go negative. So minimum it can take 0. And when it can take 0? When a is equal to 1. When a is equal to 1, then only it can take 0, and that will be the minimum value. So at what position it is getting minimum? For what value of a? That is for a equal to 1. In question number 5, what they have asked, all the values of m for which both the roots of these equations are greater than minus 2. So both the roots, so this is your 0 line. So one root should be greater than minus 2 and other should be less than. So your x1, x2 should lie between minus 2 and 4. So you can apply that condition what I have told you in theory, but here it is not required, because again you can see this one, you can easily factorize this one, and you can easily make a beautiful expression use of this. You can easily find x. So you can see this one you can a minus b whole square, it is already, so this is already given, a minus b whole square format. So a minus b whole square, then this is minus 1, so this one will be equal to plus minus 1. That means your x equal to m plus minus 1. So what is the smallest one? Is m minus 1. The smallest one should be greater than minus 2, so it is greater than minus 2. The larger one should be smaller than 4, so it is smaller than 4. So from here if you take minus 1 that side, so it should be greater than minus 1. If you take 1 that side, 4 minus 1, 3. That means your m should lie between minus 1 and 3. In question number 6, the difference between the roots of the equations this is less than root 5, then the set of possible values of it. Now you think what is given? The difference between the roots is less than minus 5. That means alpha minus beta or beta minus alpha. I don't know which one is greater, but the difference should be less than root 5. That's why I have given mod. Mod is given. Mod is means the absolute difference. That is, it will take only its positive value. It will not take the sign. It is not required of sign. Only the positive value. Only the difference should be less than root 5. That is the necessary thing in this question. No need to take about sign. Think about sign. So what is the sum of roots? Here you can see the sum of roots is minus b by a, that is minus a, and product of root alpha beta is equal to c by a. Now they are asking this one, it should be less than 5. So what is this one? If I calculate this one we can think of a minus b. So because it is root, you can think of a minus b whole square, then you take root, you take only positive root, because I am taking, so this way you can convert it into a mod into this. I am taking a minus b whole square, then taking root, but I am taking only positive roots, no minus will come. So this is positive root, I am considering only positive root here in this question, in this part. So that's why a minus b written as a plus b whole square minus 4ab, which is a minus b whole square. this is already given, this is, so I'm taking only about this, so this should be less than root 5 because it is both the side are positive. I'm only considering the positive values. You can square both sides. So if it is square both sides, if it is negative you cannot square. If it, you can think minus 2 is greater than minus 3. Now if you square it will be 4 greater than 9. Is it greater than 9? No, in that case it will be less than. So you can take square both sides if both sides are positive, then only. Negative you cannot do, that's what I'm saying. If it is positive, both sides positive, then you can multiply with positive numbers, no issue. So that's why a square minus 4 is less than 5, a square is less than 9. Now you don't take again square root, because if you take square root, negative will come, because a can take negative value also, a square is less than 9. So that negative will again change this sign, so some positive, some negative, so it will make chaos. So that's why you take 9 this side, a square minus 9, then factorize it, a plus b into a minus b. Now we have already seen in theory, I have discussed how to solve these inequalities. So you put a post at minus 3, you put a post at plus 3, this is minus 3, this is plus 3, this is 0, and this is standard. If it is standard, I told you can start from left hand side, plus minus plus. You can try with 0 also, you put 0 here, the answer is negative, so it is negative. But if it is standard, you can directly put from left side, plus minus plus, alternately you come. Because they are asking negative values lies here, so it will be minus 3 to 3. You can write it in interval also, what they say, open interval, because it is between minus 3 and 2. You can see it is first bracket, it is not closed one, so that's why the option is 6A. You can see this is first bracket. If it is third bracket, then it is equal to will be there, greater than equal to, less than equal to. I have discussed this one. Okay, then that's all for today. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.